With summer approaching, I was kindly invited by the guys at OPPO to head to Japan and test out their new flagship smartphone, the OPPO Reno 10X Zoom. With Japan being one of my favorite places I've ever been, I couldn't resist, so I booked a ticket and headed out to explore. We had a few key places to visit, the greater Tokyo area as well as the pristine Mount Fuji area, and capture what we saw. Mount Fuji specifically had been high on my list for some time, so I was very excited to see all the beauty the Japanese countryside had to offer. Japan is one of my favorite countries for many reasons, but the culture, food, and coffee are some of the best in the world. The trip contained many very talented photographers and filmmakers alike, and it was rad to watch everyone's perspective emerge while using this phone throughout the trip. First and foremost, as a photographer, I really don't find myself using mobile phones too often, but I really enjoy the experience of shooting with this phone. There are a lot of features that this phone has, but for this trip I was mainly focused on the camera, and I was going to explore what was possible with that. Upon first impressions, the Reno was really enjoyable to use. Right off the bat, the screen is incredible. 6.6-inch AMOLED display and no notorious notch at the top of the screen that a lot of the other devices are known for in today's market. I really appreciated the colors on the screen appearing bright, saturated, and beautiful. This was helpful while shooting all of the colorful scenes Japan had to offer. The most enticing part about the OPPO Reno is absolutely the camera. As I was shooting everything from portraits to landscapes and city scenes, I noticed how helpful the 10x zoom was, making compressing a scene just as simple as a push of a button. The Reno has lots of different focal lengths, starting out with an ultra-wide lens, progressing through 2x, 6x, all the way to 10x optical zoom, which is pretty incredible for a mobile phone. Little to no distortion and a very clean image. Personally, I love the 48 megapixel mode, which is shot in 4x3 natively on this phone. Super clean, crisp images and even room to crop. Especially when shooting a subject, I find that extra megapixels are never a bad idea. I was impressed, to say the least. Auto HDR was great as well, allowing lots of detail in an image to come to life. The Reno 10X has a triple camera around the back and a single selfie pop-up camera. This pop-up module packs 2 flashlight LEDs, one for the front and one for the rear cameras. This makes great for lighting a single scene without the need for a flash. One specific genre of photography I wanted to try out in Tokyo was night shooting. The ambient light at night in the various neighborhoods around Tokyo area are incredible. Tons of nice lines, cool architecture, and interesting Japanese lettering make for some great backdrops for taking photos. The Reno features a night mode, which I found to be super helpful while shooting a darker scene. Sometimes night modes aren't very good on phones, making the image grainy, but I didn't notice this with the Reno. All in all, I really enjoyed using this phone for capturing everything from Instagram stories, portraits, cityscapes, and landscapes on my trip. This was such a rad trip to be a part of. Huge thank you to OPPO for inviting me out to Japan. I can't wait to be back soon. As always, thank you so much for watching this episode, and we'll see you guys in the next one.